Hi, I'm Brent from the Norden Group, and I'm here to show you how to set up your bud crown display. You'll receive two boxes. The larger square box indicates to open this box first, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to find the instruction sheet enclosed right in the top of the box, and it will give you instructions on what to do. Please read this instruction sheet completely before you start anything. So here's your instruction sheet. It's indicated right on the top of the box. It's going to indicate that we're going to open up the base box first, get this set up before we proceed on to this. What we'll do is this box is shown to be this side up. We're going to open it from the bottom. So we're going to lift it onto the table, cut the tape away from the bottom of the box, and expose the inside components. In the bottom, you're going to find cardboard keepers to keep the bottom from being damaged. In the center of the box, you're going to pull those out. You can discard those. Inside is the top portion of our cabinet, or of our base. We're going to set that aside for the time being. Here's our base. It's a composite melamine board. It's heavy, so be careful with it, and you don't want to damage it. Cover it inside this bag. We're going to remove all the packaging from the base. The bottom is wrapped and protected with cardboard keepers. You may have to cut this away. Please be careful that you don't damage the wood component. Inside your base box, give a touch-up stick. If you notice any damage anywhere along any of the edges of where the black paint has been damaged, use your touch-up stick to touch that up. This is the top portion of the crown base. It's been protected, wrapped in protective covering. Please carefully, using the knife, remove all the protective covering. It is also a wood component inside. We want to make sure we don't damage that in opening the packaging. Located inside the tube that is inside the top of the crown base is all the batteries for your unit. You'll need to remove them, and you'll also need to remove all the tape from the edges, as it's a very tight fit into the crown base. Peel that tape back and remove all the batteries. There are 12. The plastic tube inside has a groove slotted into it at the top. It needs to be at the top of the base so that the crown will properly nest inside of the tube. You're going to put this tube into your base. There, about 10 inches down, is a stabilizing plate with a hole in it. This tube must rest inside that stabilizing plate into the hole, or else the base will sit off crooked and rotate. Make sure your top portion of your base is installed properly and squared to the front. Inside our box is the crown base is protected with styrofoam packaging. We're going to remove this packaging very carefully, as the entire framework is made out of styrofoam. There's a center support system. It is held with two peg systems that is pegging this into place. We're going to carefully remove these pegs and remove the center section. The display is wrapped with a foam poly wrap. We're going to make sure that that is pushed down around the edges so that as you lift your base out, you will not damage it. edge of my crown. There's 4 spacers inside of the side cabinets here. I'm going to remove them and put them on the table so that the crown will not rock when we put it on our table. The last thing I'll do before I remove this is I'm going to put my batteries in the top cabinet. The top battery tray takes 8 batteries. So I'm going to feed each of those in and ensure that they're making contact. That's the battery installation. The 2 holes at the top indicate how you should be grabbing your top crown. We're going to remove this from the box very carefully. I'm going to lift it up onto the table so that I can finish the installation. The center rotating motor already has batteries loaded into it. It's protected by a styrofoam block on the bottom. That needs to be removed. That's also holding the on-off switch in place so that it does not get damaged during shipping. You want to be careful with this motor. You don't want to snap it off. It needs to remain supported, and if you were to when you grab your display, you want to be grabbing it at the top by the collar. That is the only way you should ever grab your display, other than the top handles. It's light, only weighs 11 pounds. You want to pick it up by that collar and feed the rotating motor down into the tube, aligning the on-off switch wire with your slot that is in the top of the groove. Feed that down until it rests. The on-off switch will start your unit rotating. You can just drape the on-off switch inside the top of your base. That is the complete installation of your Budweiser crown display. If you have any further questions, you can email me at brent@nordangroup.com.